Hello all and welcome to my channel Avantika's Astro, and today in this video I'm going to talk about bullying. So the psychology behind bullying someone involves the idea of selling deception, which involves cruel intentions, where one person is making other person believe that you lack in this and that, you're not at all capable, you're a loser, and you get tricked because that's what Rahu does. It can make you believe things that is nowhere the part of your reality, but you still choose to believe. And Rahu tries to change the way you think. So Rahu can have great cruel intentions, and plus it has a superiority complex. It always wants to feel that it is the best in the world. Why Rahu always wants to feel superior? Because Rahu is highly insecure. It is already under threat. It knows that someone who is strong, like in the real sense, can beat the shit out of me. And that's why it always wants to spread this illusion that it is the stronger one. It can beat anyone. It can outperform anyone. But that's not its reality. Rahu wants to make other person feel scared, because only when it will play with your psychology, you will be under this threat, psychological threat, and you will lose your power that moment, and you will not be able to face the kind of challenge or anything that it's trying to throw. So if we go back to mythology and take its reference, you must have always noticed one thing, that whenever there was any open war taking place between Devtas and Asuras, so Asuras were often very loud. They used to boast themselves a lot. They used to laugh a lot. It's like creating that false impression in front of the other party that I am the stronger one. I'm very, very powerful. I will be able to defeat you. But that is something called deception. And Rahu does this with your psychology, your thought process, so that you can buy fear. It all the time tries to sell you insecurity and fearfulness, inferiority. And if you end up believing, then you actually become weak. I don't need to mention that the practice of bullying has been seen in the West zone. The idea of bullying, it took birth there. And again, not to mention that Rahu dominates the West zone. It's been the land of technological advancement and lot of things that clearly talk about the impact of Rahu there. People who practice bullying, they have this strong Rahuish element in their personality, and being around them is no good. Why? Because let's say you're really good at something, but they are the ones who often make you believe that you're not good. And it's like they are the ones who will often say that, let's say your piece of music is fantastic, but they will tell you that, it doesn't match that standard. So around them, you will always be under some sort of psychological pressure, which is not good for you, and it will not make any sense to coexist with them. Rahu believes in the idea of superiority, practicing superiority, false ego, false impressions that it wants to sell. And it might often want others to believe that you are inferior, you are weak. Even when you have the best of qualities, it wants to trick you. It wants you to believe that you are not superior. You are inferior, and you need to accept yourself that way. That's what Rahu does. So the act of bullying, the practice of bullying, is very much represented by the traits and emotions that Rahu represents. So next time, when anyone tries to bully you on the basis of your race, skin color, anything, give him back, and give him back with full force. And you would only know what is the best thing to do at that time, but give him back. He surely deserves that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Please take good care of yourself.